I wanted to share with you today our favorite sourdough bread recipe. We have this recipe on repeat in our home because it is so simple. If you are new to sourdough, this is the recipe for you. It is pretty much foolproof. It is a constant favorite. Everybody loves it. You can make sandwiches out of it or just eat it fresh hot out of the oven. And it doesn't have that hard crust, so you don't have to do the artisan loaf. This is a sandwich loaf. I will also be showing you more of the rhythms of our day, so I hope you stick around. Welcome to the Country Castle. Today I wanted to show you how I make my sourdough bread loaf. It's not an artisan bread. This is a sandwich bread that we have been loving making. One of the best parts about it is that you start making your dough at night so that your first rise is happening while you sleep. That way you are basically going to have your loaf ready to bake the next day by about 2 o'clock. So this is a really good loaf for our family because I am pulling out fresh bread just as my teenagers and my elementary school kids are getting home from school. So we're going to start with flour and an active sourdough start. This recipe also requires oil, water, sugar, and salt. That is it. I will be posting the recipe on my blog, so you'll be able to go over there for a step-by-step instruction on how to make this recipe. Right now, we're going to mix up that sourdough start and the water, and we're going to add it to our flour mixture. Something that's different about this dough that is different from other doughs is that it's actually pretty dry. When you do a artisan loaf, the dough is pretty hydrated, which means it just has a little bit more stickiness to it. This is really dry. You almost think that it's too dry, but it's not, I promise you. Mix all of that flour together and just form it into like the smoothest ball you can where everything is all incorporated. You're going to cover it up and you're going to let it rise overnight. My morning routine usually consists of getting kids off to school, making breakfast, lunches, doing a workout, and then we're ready for the day to get the tasks done. So today I'm going to put away some pumpkin bread that we had leftovers from yesterday and get that all sealed up because I need my loaf pans to now separate my dough, which is now doubled in size from the night before, for my bread. Now you could make these 2 loaves even by actually putting your dough on a scale and weighing them so they are the exact same amount. I don't always do that. Sometimes I do, but today I just eyeballed it. It doesn't take much to just work the dough into a loaf shape. And once you do that, by the way, this trick of putting the parchment paper, wrinkling it up, is one of my favorite tricks because it sets in your pan better. Once you are done forming the loaf, you are going to be ready to bake after it has doubled in size. So we're going to let them sit with a towel over them, and we will come back to them in a few hours to see if they've doubled, and then we will bake them and be ready to go. Today is the day that I am tackling my laundry pile. I do this about once a month. I don't iron very often, but I am telling you, if you just want to feel so good about yourself and feel like you have accomplished climbing the tallest mountain, do some ironing. It is so satisfying, and every time I'm done, I feel so proud of myself that I did that. It's just the small things of taking care of what we have, ironing out Jack's shirts, and just knowing that I'm taking care of his shirts and I'm taking care of our home is a really special energy that I'm really inviting a lot of in my life right now. And I love that Alfie and Sophia are always around playing, and it's not all about housework all day. It's about doing some of these things that need to get done and also being able to connect with them while I do it. Something I wish that I could have told my young mom self when I had my first 4 children is to just take it easy and enjoy the days with your kids. They go by so fast. I did not know how fast it would go by. Jack and I have always felt like these last 4 kids have been like our second chance to really appreciate their littleness and their manners, and how Alfie washes his own face and getting them ready every day, and just the little things they do that I don't think we really fully embraced and noticed with our first 4 kids, because we were just trying to get to nap time, bedtime, that survival mode. And I'm no longer in that place. I've learned to clear things off my plate so that I can take more time with them. This is the intentional living that I am just fully embracing. My mom always said it's easier to keep a house clean than to clean a house. I found that if I just have a rhythm of getting the dishes done, getting the laundry done every day, that I don't get behind on my housework and the rhythm of our home just flows better. So these are things that I just continually do every day. My teenagers came home arguing from school today, and I have found that the best medicine is just to hear them both out and let them solve their own problems. And I said that I would always be transparent, and that is just a real life occurrence. And they did figure it out because they are good friends and they want to have a good friendship. Now that my dough has doubled, this is your second rise. We're going to put it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and we're going to have a fresh, warm bread. I grew up with fresh, warm bread coming out of the oven, and I don't think there's anything better or anything that strikes a warmer memory for me than just having that smell. And I love that I get to have that for my family. I love this bread knife. This is the best knife if you are wanting to slice your bread while it's hot. It is a ballerina farm knife, and I love it. I use it all the time to slice my bread. And now we're going to put butter on it and honey and get the kids in together and just grab all the bread they want to eat. Teddy is my 7-year-old. He probably eats like 5 slices by himself. And that is our day, and a day of making bread and doing chores. And my recipe for this bread is on my blog, countrycastleliving.com.